And more cities across Ukraine are bracing for more potential bombs, attacks, and threats as Russia closes in on key areas. Nearby countries are working to address the growing humanitarian crisis, while more than 1 million refugees flee the conflict. For more on all of this now, I want to bring in journalist Tomasz Grzywaczewski. He is following the latest in Lviv, Ukraine. Tomasz, thanks for joining us again. First off, I just want to get the lay of the land where you are. Where is your city located, and how are things there?
Good morning. It's a great pleasure to be here with you. I am at the present moment close to the city of Lviv in western Ukraine, which is right now, I can say, the hub for refugees coming from all over the Ukraine, from Donbas, from Kiev, from Zhytomyr, from Kharkiv. They are coming here trying to find a safe haven and also trying to evacuate further to the west, mainly to Poland. I am right now sitting with the family from Kiev, which fled Kiev 2 days ago. There is the baby that was born 2 weeks ago. So right now, half of their life is their life during the war. His grandma is seriously ill. She suffered from a breast cancer. She couldn't get proper treatment here because there are scarcity of medicines in hospitals, and some hospitals under attack. So they are trying to get to Poland to protect both the baby and to provide curement for grandma. Just a few minutes ago, they received information that the evacuation bus is ready, so they are waiting. They are ready to evacuate to Poland, hopefully. But of course, there are hundreds and thousands of people in Ukraine who are right now trying to escape from the horrors of war.
Yeah, Poland has really been in the spotlight because a lot of people are coming to the border there. It's also, faced some criticism, turning away individuals who are not Ukrainian, often, brown and black people, the lack of organization. What have you been seeing sort of over the last few days about whether or not the systems to get people to safety are starting to are they starting to pull it together, or is it still rather chaotic at the border?
As far as I know, it's starting to be much more organized.
Okay.
Actually, I haven't been on the Polish side of the border because I spent last 2 weeks in Ukraine. I was in Donbas. I was close to Kiev. Right now I'm in western Ukraine. But also here people are trying to organize these humanitarian corridors. This place is a seat of Palatines order, Catholic order, and they organize like humanitarian center. They're organizing evacuation buses. They are also collecting medicines that are indispensable in hospitals in Ukraine. They're also collecting different humanitarian aid, including food and the most basic things. And also here there is a medical center. There are paramedics. There is a physician that are providing medical care on spot before these people can be evacuated. Each day, around 150 people set out from here to Poland, but all the time, new refugees are coming. Of course, there are also thousands of people who are trying to individually go to Poland. Yesterday, I met an elder lady in her 80s who was trying to get to the train to Poland. And in the main station in Lviv, there were about 2,000 people. Fortunately, she made it. And she told me that she was born during the war, during the Second World War.
Wow.
And she's praying only not to die during another war, the war that Russia is waging against Ukraine right now.
The war's ramped up rather quickly. Among the people that you're speaking to, did they expect it to get this bad so quickly?
I don't think so. I mean, this was really shock for Ukrainian people that Russia started the full-scale invasion, that they are using aircraft, that they are using missiles, that right now they are shelling and bombarding residential districts, hospitals, kindergartens, school. Here it's a total war. I was a few days ago in the town of Vasilkev. It is in the suburbs of Kiev. There is important military air base there. And when I get there, actually the attack of paratroopers started. But they were attacking not only the airbase itself, but they were attacking also the town. So there were street fights just a few hundred meters from the place where me and my friend were, and we were in the basement of town hall together with civilian population. In this basement underground, there were about 100 people, extremely scared, mainly women and children, because men created self-defense forces. They were mainly armed with bats and sometimes old rifles, but they were ready to protect their beloved ones against Russian paratroopers, allied units. So currently, this is unfortunately a total war, and I am absolutely convinced that the aim of Moscow is to start a terror, is to intimidate Ukrainian population, to break their will of fighting. But what I've noticed during last week, that Ukrainian nation is extremely determined to protect their homeland, every inch of Ukrainian territory.
Yeah, Tomasz, I think the whole world has noticed that. You cannot break their resolve. Tomasz, thank you very much. Stay safe. I appreciate your reporting, and I wish the family that you are with safe passage to Poland, and hopefully they'll be reunited with whoever they had to leave behind to get to safety. Thank you.
Thank you so much.